Days after controversial Indian godman Gurmeet Ram Rahim was sentenced to 20 years in prison in 2 rape cases, his empire, the Dera Sacha Sauda, is once again in the news, this time over reports that close to 600 human skeletons have been found buried in its premises. Here are the details.
Skeletons appear to have started tumbling out of the Dera Sacha Sauda closet, not just figuratively but literally as well. The closet in this case being the sprawling Dera campus in Haryana's Sirsa. A Dera functionary has told the special investigation team of the Haryana police that close to 400 followers of jailed Dera chief Gurmeet Ram Rahim had chosen to scatter and bury the ashes of their deceased relatives after their cremation to follow the rituals mandated by the Dera.
उन्होंने ये कहा कि ये जो अस्थियां हैं ये लोग लेके आते हैं और फिर हम उनको खेत में, क्योंकि उसमें फास्फोरस वगैरह वो होता है, और एक जर्मन के साइंटिस्ट ने कहा था कि इससे प्रदूषण वगैरह कोई रिपोर्ट है, तो उन लोगों ने जो भी वो देते थे वो उनके हम रिकॉर्ड रखते हैं, जो उन्होंने मेरे को रिकॉर्ड भी उपलब्ध कराया इसके अंदर पूरा कितने आदमियों के वो हैं.
These so-called rituals, the police suspect, flow from the Dera's claim that burying the ashes in the Dera campus would guarantee salvation to the departed. Days ago, the Dera's official newspaper, Sach Kahun, had carried a report saying human remains were indeed buried inside the Dera campus. But the mouthpiece sought to defend the move, saying these skeletons were given as donations to adhere to Gurmeet Ram Rahim's call to save the environment from the pollution caused by immersing these ashes in rivers. Investigators, however, are not taking Dera's assertions at face value. The allegation that these human skeletons could be of those people who refused to toe the Dera chief's line and were executed and buried is something the police is not discounting at the moment. Bureau Report, WION.
And let me go across to WION senior correspondent Raghavendra Rao, who joins me live from the newsroom. Raghavendra, so many murky stories coming out ever since the investigators started conducting searches at the headquarters of the Dera Sacha Sauda, but this one is totally bizarre. I mean, it has to be investigated further because right now what the followers are saying, it makes little sense.
Absolutely, Sana, and the case appears to be getting murkier by the day, and this is not the first time that these human skeletons and these last remains have been talked about. In fact, ever since the Dera Sacha Sauda hit the headlines when Gurmeet Ram Rahim's case was nearing its completion in the Panchkula court, and when he got convicted and sentenced to 20 years, these murmurs started back then when it was being said that once the security agencies and the local police, they get access to the Dera, many such details, such murky details are likely to come out. Now it's really bizarre because as of now, you know, there is no visual evidence of these human skeletons. We haven't seen any photographs or videos or any physical proof whether these human skeletons have actually been discovered or not. It is one of the office bearers of the Dera Sacha Sauda who has apparently told the special investigation team set up by the Haryana police that people used to bring you know, the final remains of their near and dear ones after having cremated them in the belief that you know, they would get salvation if those last remains were indeed buried inside the Dera premises. But bizarre, it's completely bizarre, the story, and the fact that if actually you know, human skeletons are indeed found in that premises, there has to be a logical explanation for that. That is what the security agencies, the local police, they are probing at the moment.
Right.
The fact that there are allegations and apprehensions that people who were not toeing the line of the Dera and the Dera chief were being executed and were probably buried inside the Dera campus, and we must not forget that it's a huge campus, almost 700 acres.
Absolutely.
So these are charges which are very serious. Prima facie, you know, it's very difficult to believe you know, these claims which are being made by the Dera office bearers, and only a thorough probe will be able to establish the truth.
All right, Raghavendra, we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for joining us and giving us details on that story, that horrific story that we've been tracking through the day.